Hi everyone, Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor here tonight with Dad per usual, and we thought we would mix it up. So I didn't tell Dad, but we're going to be making a Deco mesh wreath, and I'm going to start trying to do some more of them. You know, we kind of haven't done one in a very long time, so I might be a little rusty at this, you guys, but I think we can tackle it with no problem. So the sign we're going to be using says, "Welcome to our farm," and I would have absolutely loved if this was 3 or 4 years back, well, 4 years now. I actually wouldn't even list this wreath for sale. This would be out by my barn out back when I had all of my animals. But since we don't have them anymore, this wreath will go up for sale because it'll just make me sad to have a wreath like this in the house. So for those of you that didn't know, we actually used to have a pretty big farm. You know, for just over a couple of years, I really grew to have a decent sized farm. So what we had at that farm, we had... we've had 3 goats, we've had 3 sheep, we've had 2 alpacas, you know, thousands of chickens, hundreds of ducks, geese, turkeys. I even had quail for a little bit. I had a pig. And that was actually one of my first kind of, I can't say this word, entrepreneurial jobs. You know, in high school, I'd say like freshman, sophomore year, what I actually used to do is I actually used to raise chickens and sell them, you know, for egg-laying hens, egg-laying pullets, which is a young female chicken. That was actually what I used to do. So I used to order batches of like 50 to 75 chicks, and they used to come in, every other week, Dad? Every 2 weeks or so? Yeah. It got crazy. And I remember on my birthday, me and my friends woke up. I'd say this was the year after I graduated. So I graduated high school 2017, so this was 2017 summer. Me and my friends, you know, we stayed up to watch the sunrise, and then what we ended up doing was getting breakfast, and halfway through breakfast, we actually had the post office call me, and she was like, "The chicks are here." Well, actually, she didn't say that. She just said, "Can you hear them?" That's what she used to say to me. So... yeah, we used to raise hundreds and, well, thousands of chickens, and we used to have people come all the time for chickens, and my dad and my family would have to, like, wrangle them up. I mean, it was so much fun, and looking back at it, I'm very glad that we experienced that farm life, and more than likely in the future we'll have a farm again, or at least I will have a farm again. So we're going to be working with, what kind of frame is this, Dad?
Dollar store.
Dollar store. Do you know what the width is?
14 inches.
14 inch, yes. So this is just a dollar store form. These are beige pipe cleaners. Actually beige, not brown. And the reason I have to clarify that is because Dad ordered me like 5,000 pipe cleaners back when we used to make burlap wreaths, and they came in dark brown. So it's a big difference between brown and beige. So these are beige because that's going to be kind of the color scheme for tonight's wreath. So as you guys come in, be sure to say hi. Let me know where you're watching from. And as always, right off the bat, if you don't mind hitting that like button as well as that share button, we would greatly appreciate it. It helps us grow and inspire as many people as possible. Hey, Gigi. So another exciting thing is tonight we'll hit 300,000 followers. Tonight, early tomorrow morning, which is amazing. So thank you all so much for all the support over the years. It still blows my mind. I mean, that's a lot of people. That is... like 60 times the size of our town, which is crazy. More than 60. Unbelievable. So thank you all so much for that. What we're doing is just placing pipe cleaners. So I forgot to specify, we have 6 on the inner 2 rings, right in the middle. So each frame has 4 rings. Can you see that okay, Dad?
Yeah.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I placed my pipe cleaners on 2 rings to add some tension to keep it from moving. If we took 1 pipe cleaner and placed it on 1 ring, I'll show you guys as an example. Watch what happens. No matter how tight I pull this, it doesn't stay. So I don't like that look, and it doesn't hold up. So I placed 1 on each section. See how there's a section here? There's 6 sections on every frame. 1 in the middle, and then on the outside, I'm placing 2 on either side of that. So there's going to be 3 in each twist, or each section, and there's 6 sections, so a total of 18 pipe cleaners. And you can get your pipe cleaners anywhere. You can get them at the dollar store, Walmart. We get our pipe cleaners from Michael's, or Dad orders them online, depending on, you know, how often we go through them. We haven't had a need to order pipe cleaners in years at this point, because in the beginning we used to use them so much doing this kind of work, but we've kind of stopped making our own frames. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Mary. Nick, do you have a cold or allergies getting to you? Can you guys tell? Can you hear my voice? Yes. So it's not a cold, it's allergies, and I've been having tough allergies over the last 2.5, 3 weeks. It's been bad, you guys. So we're just pushing through. I've been taking a Claritin a day, and it doesn't seem to be helping much. So, but it's also been pouring out all day today, as if that, is a reason to complain. But
Darlita said she stopped watching hockey to watch you.
oh, thank you.
I don't know if I would have done that, Darlita.
We appreciate that. I feel like we're kind of like on TV on people's phones. It's really funny. So we have 2 pipe cleaners left, and then we are done with our DIY work form. So if you're ever in a pinch, there was a Wreath frame shortage, and if you couldn't get your hands on one, just do what we're doing. It just takes 18 pipe cleaners and $1 for the frame, so less than $2. But I like this size for this design because we're not going to be adding much. We're going to start with our mesh now. So I think for the base, what I want to do is use the beige, and then we can come back in with some of that beautiful ivory. So this came from Hobby Lobby, Dad. I haven't actually ordered mesh online in a long time, and I wanted to use this over the last couple of days for another project that we didn't get around to using. So I had to get this at Hobby Lobby, and you know what? It's not the best quality, but it's also not the worst quality. So as I've said before, if you don't like certain products from a company, that can be said about every single company under the sun. So, each store has its perks. Each store you can find, a few unique finds. And Hobby Lobby mesh, there's actually a few different types that I actually think is the best mesh I've ever worked with. And if you're a member of the exclusive Wreath community, you know exactly which mesh I'm talking about. It's a beautiful plaid. It comes in blue, it comes in beige, and it comes in green. So we're going to cut 18 pieces of this. And I'm still using the same rotary cutter blade that I've been using for 3 years now, 3.5, 4 years maybe. So
How many ties on the outside, Nick?
12. So since there's 6 on the inside and we're replacing 1 on either side on the outside, there's a total of 18. And we've showed you guys how to make those bases before in the past, probably a little bit closer up and a little bit more explained thoroughly, but just 18 total pipe cleaners.
Hi, Jeff.
Hey, Jeff. So we're going to just pinch. We're going to do the ruffle technique. So just pinch, lie your mesh flat, and gather towards you, like so. And we're going to place 1 in each twist. So I cut only like 5 or 6 pieces because these things go everywhere, you guys. I seem to always lose them on my own table. So I want to make sure that we don't have any extras. So yeah, how's everybody's day? What'd you guys end up doing today? I see we're at almost 400 viewers. Thank you. Yes, mesh, I know. I don't use mesh a whole lot, but for everybody watching right now, I would love to hear your feedback. Do you like mesh, or do you prefer kind of floral design? So everybody's different. There's no right or wrong answer. It just depends on what your preference is. Dad likes mesh more than I think anybody else in my family, but Alex hates mesh no matter what project I'm dealing with it for. Yaya hates mesh. I don't mind mesh in certain designs. I like it when I incorporate flowers and greenery, which is what I'm trying to do tonight, but we might end up just using our ribbons and mesh and just keep it a Deco mesh wreath. But I absolutely do love working in flowers and greenery. I think it really takes it to the next level and makes the mesh look as best as it possibly can. But if I had to say I have a favorite mesh, it's this. Not just this specific company, this specific brand, but any kind of burlap mesh, jute mesh, anything that has that natural look. I don't love anything too shimmery, too shiny. I never have, and I probably never will. So I like things to be a little bit more muted. Sue likes both. Christine likes mesh. Fran can't live without mesh.
Can live without it.
Oh, she can live without mesh. I was like, oh my gosh, I guess I sparked a little outrage amongst our followers. So here's our final piece that I've pre-cut. Then we can start working in our next batch of mesh. We just cut them into little batches. That way I don't have to reach over for them.
Thank you for the stars.
Thank you, guys. So I don't know how many we have left, but we'll cut another 6 or 7, work that in, and then if we need more, we can cut any additional pieces we need. But today, you guys, it's cold out. I had to go get some of these dollar store frames from one of our trailers, and it's cold, Dad.
It's only
really
50
cold
today,
outside.
53 today, that's it.
53 today.
And
So
windy and rainy.
Yesterday was 80 degrees, and today is 53. Can you believe that? Unbelievable.
Yes, he's going to be using this sign right here. Welcome to our farm.
Yes, that's the sign we're going to be using. So Patricia says, loaded my car for a craft show tomorrow. Got my notebook and money box ready. First show in a long time. Everybody congratulate Patricia and wish her the best of luck. I did a couple craft shows when I first started out. We haven't done them since. We do one local one, which is a lot of fun, which I'm looking forward to this year. They canceled it last year. So let's all wish Patricia the best of luck, and I hope your show is incredibly successful.
Yes,
I hope
definitely.
you bring nothing home. Nothing at all.
Well, money.
Well, besides money. But she's got her money box ready, though, so we got that. We got that ready. So we're going to just start working in a few more pieces. Okay. So this size frame, I think, is appropriate for a lot of situations. It's not too big. It's not too small. We also have 10 to 15-inch work forms that we're going to have available to everyone when we find them all. But that size is a little bit smaller than this, and this size is not as big as, you know, a standard 24-inch wreath. So this one comes out to be about 20 or so inches, wouldn't you say, Dad?
Yep.
About 20 or so inches, which fits pretty much anywhere. This would look great on a front door. If you want to place it on a wall, you can do that as well. So another update is the exclusive Wreath community closes June 1st. So you're going to only hear that for a couple of more days, and then we're closing the group until the end of July, early August. So we're going to be doing the bulk of our, probably the early August, you guys. You know, we have so many tutorials to get through. Next month, the month after, and the month after that, we're focusing on Christmas, fall, and Halloween designs. We also have a few patriotic and a few generic wreaths to get through. So if you're interested in seeing all of our Christmas tutorials, or at least most of them, we're still going to continue doing Christmas until Christmas Eve, you guys, because that's what last year kind of consisted of. But we're going to do the bulk of them over the next couple of months. So if you're interested, you can click the link in the description, or you can just go to nicksseasonaldecor.com under Nick's exclusive Wreath community, and you can learn more. So we need one, and then we need, do we need 6 more in the middle? All right, we've got a couple more pieces left to get through, and then we'll switch over to the next color. I promise I'll go as fast as I possibly can, but no promises as to how fast that actually will be. But yeah, I really do like working with this particular mesh. I think it has a great look to it, and we used it in the swag the other day. So in case you missed that picture, I posted a picture of it yesterday. We designed a Teardrop Swag Monday night in the group, and we actually kind of took a little poll right at the very beginning as members came in, asking if they wanted to see mesh inside, and they did. So we worked in using not a Ruffle Technique, a poof technique, which we haven't done in a very long time. All right, let's see. Yes, congratulations, Pat.
Speedy recovery, Teresa.
Yes, speedy recovery. I got to catch up on some comments.
I try and I miss them half the time.
I know. I'm sorry, everyone. So, continuing with more mesh. How's the angle? I think the lighting looks great right now, right? It doesn't look too bright to me.
No.
Unless you put it up. I think it gets a little brighter higher up. But who's coming to Wreath Makers Live, too? We haven't asked that at all this year. Let me know if you're coming to Wreath Makers Live. I will be there on my birthday. So the meet and greet is on the 28th. So we'll be leaving that morning, and we'll arrive that afternoon. And I'm so excited, you guys. We haven't done anything fun in a long time, you know. I look forward to it so much, and it feels like yesterday was the first one. I mean, the years have just flown by. This is the third Wreath Maker, right? Yeah. First year was Dallas, second year was New Orleans, which, you know, I would love if they brought it back to New Orleans, because we had so much fun in New Orleans. I just freshly turned 21 a few days before, and, you know, I wanted to go to Vegas, but instead we ended up going to Wreath Makers Live in New Orleans, and what a fascinating time that was, from what I remember. So we're going to just work in our final 2 pieces, and then we'll switch over to just a few pieces of the white. We don't have to add as much as we did here.
Jeff says you're so talented, Nick. He likes the way you hold the mesh when you ruffle it.
Thank you, Jeff. We're just pinching it and gathering it towards us. Amarillo, Texas area. So welcome, Becky. The funny thing is about Amarillo is that I wanted to go there when we were in Dallas, but Amarillo is like 7-8 hours away, which, I mean, at least from what I think I Googled it right, but we couldn't make it that far. So I'd love to visit Amarillo one day and post a picture of it by morning. So if you get
Amarillo
that reference,
by morning.
that's right, Dad knows. So we're gonna cut some of this. This also came from Hobby Lobby. We're just gonna cut a few pieces. We have 18 twists on our frame. We're just gonna do 9. We're gonna alternate between every twist. That way we add a little pop of this white. The sign is a little bit more of a white, so I don't want it to just be kind of this dark beige color. I want to kind of tie in that, see the color of this? I don't know how to describe it. See how it's textured and it looks like it's weathered?
I like that look.
We kind of want to bring that white out. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. 5. So my blade definitely could, be replaced. But at this point in time, it's not sharp. I don't want to do it, but it's not sharp, which definitely keeps me from worrying. Because if it's sharp, that's probably the scariest thing. I could have nightmares on that, you guys. When those blades are brand new, they are scary. Very scary. All right, our final piece. Let's catch up. I joined your community yesterday. I'm so excited to see all the tutorials. Well, welcome, Ann. I look forward to having you. And if you've all joined in the last 2 days, we're going to be going through requests tonight. So make sure you got your request to join the Facebook group in. That way we can approve you. It's going to be so much fun. We have so many Christmas tutorials coming your way. And I know some people aren't ready, and that's what group members said to me last year. And then they were happy that we started so early because by Christmas time, nothing was left. So, not even by Christmas time. Before Halloween, everything was sold out.
Where do we get our boxes to ship in? Well, we get them anywhere we can.
Anywhere we can. So you can go on
Amazon, Staples.
We're not picky with boxes. You can go anywhere. Lowe's. I saw the other day that Ocean State Job Lot even carries their own boxes that you can purchase from. So wherever is a reasonable price. I know Uline sells them cheap, but the issue with Uline
the shipping is expensive.
The shipping is expensive. So very expensive. So we haven't placed an order at Uline, but you can just price match, search everywhere, see where the best value for you is. We all use different boxes. The boxes that we ship with we use pretty much three sizes are our go-to. We have all sorts of sizes, but the ones that we use the most, let's go in order. The ones we use the absolute most are the 24 by 24 by 4 inch, followed by the 18 by 18 by 4 inch we use a whole lot of, and then lastly, we use the 24 by 24 by 6 inch. So we never really create massive reeds that we ship. So that's usually the biggest size that we use.
We have some 7s too, but not too often.
We have some 7s, but we don't use those that much. We used a couple weeks ago. But we try to fit them within that size. When I plan tutorials, I like to plan shipping in mind for everybody. That way, you're not making something as a business in the group, and then you have to purchase a massive box and pay a huge shipping fee. So, Dad actually filmed a tutorial for the exclusive Wreath community a couple weeks ago. And he was cute as a button in it. He was showing how to ship a Wreath, didn't you, Dad?
Yep.
So Dad's my go-to shipping guy because he's the one that ships everything for me, basically. So, just alternating, we have 3 pieces left that we're going to finish up. And then we can switch over to our ribbons. And then, did the 10% pop up for you, Dad?
It did.
It did?
Like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, 5 minutes ago. So, we might have to give you the phone charger, and then we'll add our ribbons and our sign, and then we should be good to go. I don't think we're going to add any flowers or greenery to this. Come back in with another piece. You want the charger now?
Will it reach here?
It should, yeah. Let's see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? All right, he's got it, you guys. We don't have to go anywhere. We can take our time. So we got a couple. Oh no, we have one piece left. That's it.
Is that plugged in? Yep.
It's plugged in. Should be. All right, final piece. Then we'll switch to ribbons. I feel like we're taking our time and just enjoying it tonight. So that's what it looks like. What do you think?
It's cute.
We're missing one piece of mesh there, but I don't think we're going to notice in the end. We didn't have enough from the original roll. So now we're going to cut our tails. And I think I want to do 12-inch tails, but we may decide to change that. We might do 13, actually. Let's do 13-inch tails. So we're going to be using our perfect tails. Katie from Crazy Maisie Creations, a couple years back at the, what convention was it? The Crafters Convention. Crafters Convention. She gave me this, and it has been such a useful tool when we do Deco mesh reeds, which, again, you guys, isn't a whole lot. But when we do use it, and we have to cut a lot of tails, we actually just use our perfect tails. So the standard ones...
Great tool, definitely.
Great tool. The standard one that I use is 14-inch for the big reeds, but 13-inch is probably a little bit more appropriate for this size reed. So we're going to do one. Well, what we can always do, too, is just pinch in the middle and see. And I think that's good. So we'll do 3, 5, I lost count. 6. Come on.
Bob said, what are those boards? You use them to measure your cuts.
Yeah.
For your ribbon.
That's all we do. I don't know how many that is. So we'll cut here. If we need more, we might have an extra, but I don't want to have to cut any more of this. So this is just a dark, I think this is known as, what kind of gingham is this? What's the name for it? I'm thinking heirloom. That's not it. Not vintage. Rustic? Not rustic either. What kind of print is this, you guys? It's a gingham, but there's a certain word I'm looking for. Antiquated, maybe? Dad has no idea. So, so you guys have to help us with that.
Tablecloth.
Okay. So, again, no help. So we're just placing 3 or 4 at a time. I don't like to do too many.
Where can you buy those boards, Nick?
The Soul Sisters. So you can go to their website. You can go to their individual Facebook pages and probably order through their Facebook pages as well. Or you can just, go tell Katie I said hi and order them from Katie. Or she can redirect you to their website. I think it's just soulsisters.com, but they might have changed that. So if somebody could fill me in or post a link down below, that would be amazing. But I don't remember how much they were because, like I said, Katie did graciously give us those. But they have so many of them. They have different sizes. Katie also has a little caddy box that she sells for your supplies. So we cut our first piece, or first type of ribbon, and I see we're at almost 500. Thank you all. This bow is going to drive me crazy. This is going to go in somebody's wreath box tomorrow, Dad, because I don't want to see that anymore.
Wow, I just noticed. Thank you for the stars, everyone.
Thank you.
I lost count there.
So coming back in.
You guys are awesome.
So with this ribbon, I think we're just going to alternate as well. So every other piece will get one.
Houndstooth gingham, primitive?
No, this is primitive. This is not houndstooth. This is gingham, but yep, a primitive 2.5 inch red and beige gingham, and I really like that. What do you guys think of that color? Isn't that a pretty color?
It is.
I thought it matched the sign really nicely. I actually picked these stuff up together for the sake of this video months ago. This actually came in like December. I've had it for so long, and I've been meaning to use it, and we just haven't had the time or chance to use it. And I've also forgotten about it a little bit too. But every time I walk by the sign, I think I gotta do it. And we decided to do it tonight. So also another cool thing is Alex is off tomorrow and she's off Sunday. So I feel like we just haven't seen her much lately with the hours she works.
Yep.
So it's gonna be nice to have her home.
It's going to rain the whole weekend, so Alex is a little bummed.
Yeah, it is gonna rain. She probably wanted to go to the beach and enjoy it. But we need the rain, you guys. We really do. Everything's been so dry here in Massachusetts. It's been crazy. We've had to water all of our plants every day, and it's always a nice break during the summer months, even though it's not quite summer yet, to have the rain just take care of that for you. That way you don't have to do it. So we're missing one. Can you see where it is? I think it's up here somewhere,
Top,
right?
yep.
There we go. So we got to cut one more piece, even though I said I didn't want to. We're going to still have to do it. And then we'll switch over to our next ribbon. What did I do with the original roll? I'm losing it, you guys. I'm losing it. So cut another length. Fold in half. We'll just dovetail this one individually. And then before we add this, we're going to cut the rest of the ribbons. That way we don't have to do it afterwards. So the next roll of ribbon is this. And I thought this would be a good way of kind of showcasing that white color as well, because this one matches the original base, and this one matches the sign, and it matches the other mesh we worked in. So let's work this. We'll cut as many pieces as we need to finish up the wreath. Again, 13 inches long. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Throw it to the ground. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we should have 9 pieces to use because we split it right down the middle. But I might have messed up like I usually do. So never 100% positive until we get through it. So there's that. Now what we'll do is we'll just quickly dovetail these. Just line them up. Place 2 or 3 in each section. That way you're not cutting too much at a time. And then snip. I need to switch up my scissors, Dad.
Yep.
I don't know what you did with them. I got like 30 pairs of scissors for Christmas, and they miraculously disappeared on me. So we'll have to find those. They got to be somewhere. Oh, I think I see a pair. Should we open those now? Let's try those. she put them in a little caddy. All right. Fresh scissors. Do we dovetail these? All right. 3 more pieces. What the heck? There's 3 there. There's 3 here, and there's 2 there. That's 3, 6, 8, right? Didn't I say cut 9?
You did. Did you miss one somewhere?
Probably. I'm losing it. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. Oh, much better. You see that? Much better. I don't know why I do that to myself, too. And I've always been like that. I'll just use the tools until...
The wheels fall off.
Until they're not good, but not good at all. And then when I switch over, I'm like, why did I wait so long? And it's just, I don't know. I get like attached to the tools that I use. But let me know if you get like that too. Like, obviously remember my glue skillet. Of course you remember the glue skillet. We used that for so many years. And the only reason we switched it over is because it didn't work anymore.
It died.
Me and Dad tried to film a home talk tutorial at like 10 in the morning. And it wasn't heating up. That's the only reason we switched it. So don't let me fool you by saying, oh, it was time for the upgrade. No, that devastated me. We still got to put that in like what kind of box is it there?
Shadow box?
A shadow box.
Bob said you only cut 8. Bob caught it.
Bob caught it? Oh, Willie's going crazy. So we're going to take these and just alternate. So I've never been the type to work in 3, 4, 5, 6 different ribbons per wreath, per twist. I like 1, 2 ribbons, 3 ribbons max. That's just how I like to do it. So if you want to add more to different types of prints, you can absolutely do that. You want to add bow ties, deco mesh tubing, by all means. This is just the way I do it. I like my wreaths to be a little bit simpler than busy, but if you like busy, go all out.
Hi, Peggy. Yaya's doing well. Thank you for asking, honey.
She is. She's crazy. She doesn't sit down, and I have to yell at her every 5
Oh, my God.
minutes.
She never sits.
She drives us crazy because she's always on the move when she just needs to sit and relax. Yaya, everything will be waiting for you when you decide to get back up. Nothing's going anywhere, but that's just how she is. So we're going to just finish this up now. Almost there. So I am opening up these twists before I work in my ribbons. I like that effect. I think it gives the best look when you open them up. That way they're not, just lying flat. I don't want my wreaths to look 2D. I want them to be 3D. And the best way to achieve that is opening up those twists.
Rose said looks good with that ribbon. Makes it pop. Hi,
Thank
Debbie.
you, Rose. Yeah, we'll hold up that sign, too. I want to see what that looks like with that.
Lisa says you're thrifty, Nick.
Thank you, Lisa. All right. I think that's going to be perfect.
It is, yeah.
What do you guys think? Show some hearts if you like that.
We're over 500. That's awesome. Thank you guys for tuning in with us.
All right. Place a piece here. Couple pieces left.
Sandra says hi, Nick and Steve.
Hi, Sandra.
Hi, Donna from Bayou La Batre, Alabama.
Ooh.
I don't know if I pronounced that right.
We have some friends in Alabama. So we're just going to pinch our final piece, work it in, and then we'll switch over to our sign. And then we'll fluff everything afterwards. So what I will probably do after this video is I will remove all of those pipe cleaners. Or actually at this point in time, let's just do that really, really quick. So let me know if that's going to bother you. Hopefully we're not wasting too much of your time doing this. But that's why I like purchasing pre-made forms for this very reason, is that I never cut off any twist ties on my pre-made forms. I might tuck them in, or if the color really doesn't match and I want to use up that, work form, I'll cut it off. But 99% of the time, I don't remove them. My logic is if I'm spending extra money purchasing a pre-made form, I want to do little to no work kind of fixing it at the end. Whereas in this case, we're only spending, so much money doing our DIY frame that we kind of have to pick and choose our battles. And this battle requires us to remove them.
Maria says so pretty. Paula says pretty. Everybody loves it, Nick.
Thank you, guys.
Sherry says, I heard your bird.
You hear Willie? I know. The worst is when Steven and my dad, get excited about talking about whatever they're talking about.
And it gets Willie going.
And they get Willie going, but they forget I'm filming down here. And, this happens once in a great while. No, I'm lying. This happens every single day. And I have to go upstairs and tell them, hey, guys, I'm filming. And then they're like, oh, sorry, we forgot. And then 10 minutes later, they start up again. And then I have to remind them.
Jenny says, can't wait to see you in Dallas. We can't wait to see you guys in Dallas, too.
I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. And they also have a few tickets available. I don't remember the exact count, you guys, but they have a few tickets available, and they're also doing, I don't know how much it is, but they're doing like virtual recordings of the event that you can watch too. So definitely check it out. All right. Oop, that one I cut a little too far.
Lisa said, did someone just scream? Yeah,
Yes.
Nick's macaw.
My bird screamed. He's crazy. But somebody's upstairs probably getting his attention. So we're going to just take our sign now. I'm going to staple the sign. Staple the wire to the back of the sign. Like so. And then we'll take 2 pipe cleaners and secure them on either side. So at this point in time, if you're just tuning in and don't mind hitting that like and share button, we would appreciate it. And also, don't forget, like I said, the exclusive Wreath community closes June 1st. So you can click the description, click the link in the description, and it'll redirect you, and you can kind of learn more about what our group is like. Basically, it takes you inside of my head, my crazy head, and gets you kind of thinking the way I do, the reason behind I do what I do, and kind of the steps along the way. So if that could be beneficial to you, you can learn more about that there. So we're just stapling our pipe cleaner. Now that we've done that, we'll just secure it to the frame. So never just take your sign and secure just to the mesh. You always want to secure it to the frame or else it won't stay over time.
Peggy says, love spending time with you and Dad. Take your time.
Oh, thank you, Peggy.
That's so sweet. Thank you, honey.
It's definitely reciprocated. We enjoy spending our time with you guys.
Yes, definitely.
It's like one big family at this point in time. And if it wasn't, you know, after all these years, something's wrong, right?
Yep.
So we'll secure it here as well. Now what we got to do for our final step is bringing this wreath to life, which means just fluffing the heck out of all of those tails, getting everything looking great.
This color scheme does look good, Nick.
You guys like it?
Classy looking.
It just, yeah, it looks like Farmhouse, right?
Yeah, it
It's not
does.
too
Yeah, it looks
bright,
Farmhouse,
not too
yeah.
dark. So bring those tails out. I never like my Deco mesh tails to be facing towards the sign, so always take them and treat them like they're flower petals. That's the biggest tip I can give you. So just stretch them outside of the frame, outside of the wreath, get them out of the way. That way it looks the best it possibly can. Get any creases out. Almost there. Just work your way around the wreath. Another tail here. Now it looks like we're missing a tail there. Maybe that's from that twist that we forgot. So what we can do is I'll just take my board, measure out one tail, snip it off, fold that in half, or try, cut it. I'm using my old scissors. See?
Someone said toss it in the trash. There it is.
Good point. You see, that's just me not wanting to get rid of it. Like, subconsciously, I didn't throw it in the trash. I could have. The trash is right there. I don't know. That's just me. So we'll take a pipe cleaner, or what's left of those pieces that we cut off, twist it, come back to our wreath frame, and secure that to the base. So if you're ever missing a twist, you know, not all the frames are going to come in or arrive perfectly, and you can just easily, you know, you're not going to want to do it, but if you're in a pinch and this is the frame you have, or if you missed a twist, or if you didn't have enough mesh, you can always kind of have that simulated effect. Don't forget, everything doesn't have to be perfect. You can just make it look perfect. For instance, when we create our bows with those tails weaving all the way around our wreath, you know, they're separate pieces, but we have that illusion that it's all one giant bow.
I believe they're 1/4-inch staples.
Yes, 1/4-inch staples. And here we go.
That's awesome.
What do you think?
I love it.
You guys like that?
That's so cool, Nick.
Thank you. So, simple. 2 rolls of ribbon, 2 rolls of mesh. We still have a lot from the first roll. We only cut 9 pieces. Ribbons were cut 13 inches in length, 18 pipe cleaners, plus an additional 2 for the sign, and that is all. And I love the way that turned out. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the stars, all the likes, all the shares. Our final announcement, again, the exclusive Wreath community closes June 1st. We're not going to be accepting any new members after that. So if you're interested in seeing all of our tutorials this summer, definitely join before we close the group. Group's $25 a month for 16 to 18 tutorials, and you have direct access to every single video we have ever done in the group. So instead of paying $14.99 for an individual tutorial on our Etsy shop, you have access to all of them for the price of $1.50, I guess. So thank you all again. Let me know what you think. This will be listed in our Etsy shop. We're only going to do one of them, but I think it turned out really cute for a simple deco mesh wreath. And it's not wide. This could easily fit in a screen door. It's only, what, 4 inches wide?
Yeah.
So thank you guys again. I love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.